So keep on going with your silly dream by Piter on AO3. Read by Lily6645. This fic includes mentions of suicidal thoughts. That is your warning. Chapter 70. Shinso and Uraraka catch up! They're going to strangle a vigilante soon. Summary. Shinso and Uraraka and Izuku chit-chat. Izuku winced, carefully rolling his right shoulder in a circle, but it was better than being a splat on the ground, he supposed. Maybe jumping off the roof hadn't been the most logical thing, especially considering how late he reacted. Plus, Aizawa probably wouldn't be happy at the long, 2-inch deep line going down the wall of the apartment complex. But that wasn't Izuku's problem. He yawned, sinking a little deeper against carpeted floor. Uraraka, being the amazing friend and person she was, had allowed him in her window. She hadn't asked him any questions yet. Izuku knew that would change soon. Hawk's window was probably open or at least unlocked. He could have gone there like usual, but Izuku couldn't face him, or any hero for that matter. The teen groaned and smushed his face into the side of Uraraka's mattress. Okay, you're killing me, Deku. What happened? Uraraka asked, sitting up from the bed and poking his still hooded head. Izuku opened his mouth, intending to say something. Anything, really. He owed her at least that much. Eloquently, he replied, I messed up. I messed up, Ochako. I can't. There was only silence. Izuku paused in confusion and looked up, only to see the brunette rapidly typing on her phone. What are you doing? Asking Shinso. Hey! Don't do that! He's on his way. Izuku groaned into his, flopping forward on his stomach and allowing his head to hit against the floor. A double interrogation. Great. It didn't warm his chest they cared. Not at all. It filled him with dread, actually, with flashes to his mother and Bakugo. Not that Bakugo worried, but it was the time frame itself, as stupid as that sounded. And here he was, a perfect circle. Izuku Midoriya only worried people. Sometimes he wished he could just be Yahoo and leave the quirkless loser behind. Yikes! Is Mr. Aizawa okay? Uraraka chewed on her bottom lip, brows furrowed in concern. Yeah, only a few scratches. Apparently Toga was the reason he got caught in the first place. So Deku wasn't totally wrong? Shinso said quietly, arms crossed and frown on his lips. He didn't smile as much as he used to. Then again, neither did Uraraka. Thinking of the villain attacks, befriending Izuku, their already rocky pasts, it wasn't surprising. That didn't mean Izuku didn't miss it. Izuku glanced up, freezing at the two sets of eyes glued to him. What? Stop being stupid. I told you that, yesterday? Next thing I know, you've jumped off a roof. Shinso grumbled, face flat and arms crossed in agitation. Midnight could have put me to sleep. Yeah, well, if you jumped from a 10-story building, you'd never wake up, the purple-haired teen argued. So jumping off the ledge was a horrible choice. Jesus Christ! I just wasted one of the only quirk-erasing bullets on a clone! A clone! How was I supposed to face them after... The teen's voice broke, and he brought his right hand to grab his mouth. Deku. He shrugged off the hand that was placed on his shoulder. You aren't listening to us. You're still gonna try and shoot all for one, Shinso said plainly. Izuku only shrugged, not quite sure what to say. Yes, it was true. Yes, he was sorry. Yes, he knew it was probably a death sentence, and no, he wasn't changing his mind. But he didn't need to tell them. He could see it in their eyes that they already knew. Not to say they were particularly happy about it. A heavy silence clouded the room, tension thick enough to be cut with a knife. As long as you don't disappear again. Izuku blinked. What? Don't disappear again, and don't die. If you do either, I'm tattling. Shinso crossed his arms. Ochako nodded in agreement. He knew he couldn't promise either. Hell, a few months ago, he wouldn't even have wanted to keep those promises, but... Deal. It was worth a try, right? That is the end of chapter 70. On to the next chapter. Chapter 71. You Can Be a Hero. Summary. Izuku gets jump scared. Eraserhead! You're patrolling already? Izuku yelped, dodging the gray fabric of the capture weapon. Yes. The man responded shortly, skidding to a stop. This has gone far enough, Yahoo. Izuku paused in confusion, half in his listening as the other half was poised to just jump away if the situation called for it. Wait, what's gone far enough? Aizawa glared. Fist white-knuckled his scarf. The bullets. There was someone in my home near my kid and my roommate. I could have been killed. You could have been killed. And you probably will if you keep going like this. He should have known it'd be about that. Wait, but... Prove you're Eraserhead! Izuku stayed firm, even as the irritated and slightly exasperated look he was given. I said, prove you're him! The man shifted on his feet before he groaned. Okay, the night before the Nomu attacked, Hazashi professed his big gay crush on me. Izuku couldn't help the laugh that burst from his lips at the abrupt comment from the man he had just claimed was his roommate. That bull. Okay, you're Eraserhead. Stop stalling. Okay, I need to keep the bullets. Why? The teen shuffled in place. Spit it out. The underground hero crossed his arms impatiently, releasing the capture weapon. Why did Izuku need to keep them? Why not hand them over to... Well, he could think of several reasons, actually. One, Izuku wanted to put the bullets in All for One himself, after all the trouble he'd caused the teen. Two, and the main one, he didn't trust the commission. Izuku was young, but he wasn't blind. He'd seen Hawk's poor living conditions, the horrible missions, and even worse pay. The blonde never talked about it, but he didn't have to. Hell, not even to mention that he'd seen cover-up upon cover-up firsthand. Who knew how much the media was lied to? It was an honestly diabolical. So, no, he would not be giving up the bullets. Nope, they're mine now. I need to keep them, the teen blurted, unsure how to word his thoughts. What if Aizawa didn't believe him, or trust him, or he was in on it, or that was enough? A hand roughly scrubbed down the older man's face. Don't you get sick of running from criminals and heroes? Don't you get sick of saying that you'll arrest me and then not? Izuku snarled back, shaking as the binding cloth nearly closed around him. Don't push your luck, brat. Good idea! A silence hung in the air, and the vigilante turned back to the ledge. But, Yahoo! Wait! The teen paused again. I don't know exactly how old you are, but I know you're young. Probably not even old enough to drive. So what? Izuku asked defensively, crossing his arms. So, if you would just give it a damn chance, I could probably get you in UA. What? He heard Eraserhead come a few steps closer. It's been approved by the commission already. Most of the staff also agree. I would help train you regardless of the class you're in. Even if I'm quirkless? Even though you're quirkless, we know you're capable, Aizawa confirmed, but not daring to come closer. Yahoo! You don't have to be a vigilante. You can be a hero. The teen's eyes widened at the simple words. They were nothing special. Anyone could say them. But together they meant something. It was everything Izuku wanted. Right there, right at his fingertips. All he had to do was say yes. That is the end of chapter 71 of So Keep On Going With Your Silly Dream by Piter on AO3. If you like this, please go support the original author. Links in the description below. Hope you have a good day, night, or whatever time zone you're in. Bye, kittens.